to talk about how to heal eczema truly, right? And it's not about finding the right cream. I know I've heard people say, "Oh, I found the right cream and it just magically disappeared," and I don't know about the long-term effects of that, right? If people can actually be without that cream without the eczema coming back. I can. And I wanted to share with you that I've grown up as a baby and I had stuff around my bottom as a baby. My dad said, like, I had to be paced with this blue cream by doctors and stuff. Then later I had it in my mouth, around, not in my mouth, around my mouth, like really blue paste all over. I couldn't speak. Then later in my teenage years, it would come up like here on my sides or on the outside of my mouth, under my butt cheeks, where butt cheek and thighs join, like right there. And then it was like about, oh, it's touching things, right? And when I had it around that where you sit on it, it was about things touching. That's how it developed. Yeah, but what about when it is on my mouth? What about when it is here, right? And like I'm so angry. I'm so angry at society. It's not funny, man. There is so much suffering that's happening around this, medical, finding the causes of issues. No one freaking asks questions. Like, I mean, we have the power to ask questions, but no one really digs into the core, right? People are just ignoring shit so much. I see that in the court system, I see that in the medical system, and not just, but a lot. So regardless, I have been given steroid creams and I have been given other creams, and I grew up with like three fucking different creams for every single thing, like in my face a different one, then here a different one, and there a different one, and then I had, especially when it gets really cold in Germany, we get to -20 when I was a kid and stuff. And then I realized there was Vaseline in there. Vaseline petroleum. And I'm thinking, petroleum? You freaking make a fire with petroleum? And we put that on our skin. Is this right? Right? And I've been starting to question it, but I'm still putting it on my skin because I'm thinking, well, authorities and experts are telling you to do that, right? And regardless, then I've come towards visualizing, that's the word, visualizing your healed skin, right? Someone said just heal your skin, see your skin as if it is healed, and use that part of your body that is affected as if it would be healed already, right? I've shared this before and I'm thinking, oh, how can this even work? And then all my anger came up, right? And it's not happening. I can't just do the dishes or touch certain things because it freaking burns and then it gets itchy, all those things. But then I also did the internal work and I released all the anger because eczema is about trust issues. It's about finding joy in life and all these things, right? So um, I would start to affirm out of the Louise Hay book that I'm finding joy in life and I'm living joy, and I would start living that as well, right? But also doing the internal work of like where do my trust issues come from? Why am I trusting myself? Where do I need to trust more, and who to trust, and where is it broken, and what is all about this? Because right hand means certain things, left hand means certain things, every single finger of your body means certain things, and I would dig in and literally look at everything that would come up. And combined with that retreat, I eat healthy as well, right? Well, now I can eat what I want, but I choose to still continue to eat healthy. um Cleanses. So if I would do a colon cleanse, you would see my eczema here within like a day or two, right? I do a colon cleanse and I do a juice fast and I can see it heal. And I didn't need a cream. I didn't need anything. And I also went into natural creams, right? Like everything made out of beeswax or not, and soothing essential oils in there, and not like all the things, all the freaking things. And the thing is that also I did this tattoo with the intention to heal my eczema because I thought, that was my intention. That not just it came to me intuitively, but I thought I put it in here, and I also set the intention that it heals. And this tattoo really stands actually for beauty, right? And part of beauty to me is health, right? So, and it's really quite amazing because it took me during my healing journey a while to actually acknowledge my hand to be healed. And I'm thinking, wow, this is how it looks. And I kind of remember that in my face too when I was like 14 or something. It was the first time my mouth was completely clear of anything. And it was the first time I could see my face um, being healed of eczema. And I'm thinking, wow, this is amazing. I look so pretty. Right. So, anyways, I wanted to share with you that I had all these creams and everything that would soothe the itch and all the things, and it would get less. It would sometimes almost heal, but not really. Juice fast would heal it completely, but then it would come back as soon as I ate something, even if it was healthy. As soon as I had something digesting in my body, it would flare up again. And people gave me creams, and they're still saying, "Oh, you probably just found the right cream." It's not about finding the right cream, because once you healed it internally, the cause, the emotions that are sitting there that are itching your in yourself, in your life, right? That is what causes the stuff on the outside. And of course, it has all to do with the digestive tract, because our skin is a reflection of that. Acne, for example, pimples, right? Even moles are supposed to be a sign of an over, not production, but there's too much protein inside of your body. That's why you get all these moles all the time. So when it comes to the digestive tract, I started eating cut up dairy. That really helped, and meat, right? And I started to eat coconut yogurt. And people tell me it's like super expensive, but well, if it's the only thing that I can have that actually adds positive bacteria and is good for me, then I eat that over cheap dairy yogurt. Well, it's non-negotiable, right? And I've tried to get it cheaper or on special or whatever, but it's worth it. So I do that, and lots of veggies help for sure. Celery juice in the morning. But even if I did that, like celery juice and eating all the healthy foods, there's still also that belief that we can't eat what we want or we can't do what we want, which is again joy, right? Joy and pleasure and doing what you love and trusting that you're going to be okay, although you enjoy life, although it is supposed to be enjoyed, right? This is why we're here. But I was holding beliefs that I had to cut things out, that it has to be hard and I can't trust anybody and I'm unsafe and definitely unsafe in my body. So once I reclaimed all of that and believed that, you know what, I choose to eat what I want. I choose to eat what I want, and it's gonna be good for me. And I've had enough of these restrictions. And it's like if you're restricting your life and like, oh, I can only eat this in order to stay away from the eczema. And it was really more about controlling the condition than it actually healing. I was always hoping I would heal if I stay like vegan and eat really, really healthy and stuff, but it hasn't quite happened as such. So there's always like this feeling of you have this body, but you're occupying only this much. Right? I can't eat this. I can't touch this. I can't do this. I can't be this. I can't be joyful. It's like, right? You've been given all of that body, so you might as well bring your spirit right in and not just in your head all the time and what you can't do and this is unsafe and I'm just overthinking and anxiety and this is then where it's itchy and oh, we are unsafe and we feel anxious and I'm a bit stressed. That's exactly where that comes from. And once you heal all of these emotions, which is like an unmet need of you feeling loved, you feeling held, safety, you playing, right? Finding the joy in your life. What brings you joy? The dancing for me, the playing, meeting friends, honestly, having tea parties, drawing, like all these things, right? I would start doing and living all of that and being me. And this is where you want to be in your body. And that's when it starts to feel good and where the joy comes in and the pleasure and the play, right? And the trust. You're trusting that again. You're trusting yourself again and not what society tells you to do or how society tells you to be or look like, right? You're going to be skinny. You can't eat this. You can't eat that. You need this product to be sexy. You need this product to end up in a relationship. You need this to be whatever, right? No. Cut all of that off. Chop it. Come back to yourself and love yourself. It's so unhealthy. It's so unhealthy. Anyway, so if you change all of these emotions and you feel the joy within yourself again, you hear this. You hear this for good. And I don't need any creams. I choose, of course, And I don't have to do that daily, but I choose to moisturize like with coconut oil or some other, natural cream I choose just because it feels good on my skin, right? But not because I have to in order to like control the outbreak of my eczema or heal my eczema or keep it healed. To me, that is just a on top of there's like this huge thing in your body, like all these unresolved emotions that then cause the eczema, and we are putting cream on top to try to reduce it. And sure, in a way it helps. And I've learned also, like I've had this from, I forgot now, Against the Grain Health, right? And he explained it so beautiful to me. Like there was like three different natural oils, I think coconut, beeswax, and olive oil, and they are hydrating the cells on different layers, right? And that makes totally sense. But if you have the whole approach of emotions and body and so forth, then you really heal it, and then you don't need to do that like topically anymore, right? If you heal it in your body on an emotional level, on a soul level as well, you don't need cream anymore to keep it in check. You can chuck that out the window, or you can use it because it feels good, but you're not like reliant and attached to that anymore to, keep the itch in check and what have you. So I just wanted to tell you that it's not about finding the right cream. I've been trying to find the right cream for fucking 30 years, right? I went onto the medical thing. The medicine in Germany says there is no solution for healing eczema. My sister had it. She's been like struggling that for so long with her skin, right? There is no healing, and they told her you can't heal eczema, and they don't know where it comes from. But there's like oh my god, millions of different eczemas, types of eczemas, right? Like so many different names, so many different outbreaks. And it's not surprising because every one of us has different emotional wounds, has different like beliefs we've been taken us, different wounds inside, and all of that, right? Different relationships to their body, different relationships to life, different relationships to themselves. So it always breaks out differently. And then it depends on whether you restrict yourself from certain foods or you lean too much into like unhealthy foods. It all comes back. You gotta heal it on all levels. And then, as I said, you won't need cream anymore. So if you're interested, and this is the same thing, it also works for like acne in people or even like cancer and tumors and stuff. Surely, it depends on a person's personal journey and where they are at, and all the things, whether you are healing it successfully fully or you're starting to heal it, but it still has, progressed so far that some people still die. We gotta be like realistic here as well. But it is healable. I've done it, right? So if you're interested to digging in and supporting your health journey physically as well as mentally, emotionally, and on a soul level, then please send me a message because I'm going to the root of it and we are pulling it out, and it's not gonna be hurtful. Yes, it will get emotional. So many people are surprised that they cry in my sessions. Not everybody does, but some people do. So be prepared that we will feel our feelings, and it's absolutely okay and, in fact, necessary in order for you to transform for the better, to improve your health, to improve your well being, and with that, your entire life and your entire self and your relationship with yourself. And it won't be ever again the way it has been before. It will be improved for good. So get ready for the time of your life. And if you're already having the time of your life, but you keep coming across my work, are you interested, please reach out because there's always another level and it always gets bigger and better. Yeah, send me a message. That's what I do. And pouring in the good stuff that it is that you need, that you've been, being deprived of in the first place. I'm giving that back to you. And once you got that, you can even work with this and on this on yourself and by yourself. So whatever we do in a session is going to is going to be applicable for the rest of your life. So you can use what I teach you for the rest of your life. All right, you guys. And package deals are available as well. So if you have something you want to work on for a couple, for a couple of sessions over time, then please send me a message as well because it does come in layers. I did have a retreat as well where we intensively worked and there was so many good vibrations over 3 days, healthy foods, and just rest. To be honest, I was there by myself. My child was with my friend over these 3 days, and I came back and I just felt it heal. And I was also healing a massive wound towards my ex and I around the whole cheating part of it, right? Having been cheated on, cheated myself, like all the pain that I've caused. Not the pain I've received, but the pain that I've caused, and how painful it was that I couldn't um fix it, and how much I tried to fix it, but the only thing I could ever do was just let go, right? That was huge. And I healed it not just for me, but also for him. And I don't know if that really was the thing that eventually healed my eczema, but you know, that would give you unrest and you feel bad about yourself and you feel undeserving of the good stuff because you have done such bad things. And this can even just be like a little inner child wound, right? Like, for example, you were playing and maybe you broke something accidentally, you got in trouble, and that can be enough of us feeling we're undeserving of love, we're undeserving of safety, like we did something bad, and someone we love, like our parents, our caregivers, got really angry, so we're deserving bad things. So we're doing bad things to each other, and then bad things break out of our skin. Once we heal that, it shifts on the outside. As I said, I came from that retreat. Within 2 or 3 days, I watched my eczema heal. It just cleared up. No cream, no juice cleanse, nothing. It just disappeared. Every single day I looked at it, it got better and better and better and better. Same on the next retreat with my bruise on my big toe. I digged in and I could feel my being coming into my body is exactly on that spot. And as I said, like this blue bruise was like this big, and I felt my spirit right in the middle. And right there is where it healed. There's still bruised on the outside, but the middle is healed. So if I go in again and heal that, the bruise would just disappear, you know? Anyways, I want to share that with you. It was big on my heart because some people say, what have you gained from doing all this? And I was like, I healed my eczema. And people were like, oh, you should just found the right cream. And to be honest, that's just like a bypassing that people say that have never dealt with eczema. If you've ever dealt with eczema, you freaking know what it's like. And I'm lucky enough that I also had, amazing friends that have dealt with that with their children who did elimination diets and all the things. I've tried that as well. And I'm sure that, all of it, every single step I took along the way has been a result of me then healing it. Because, if you deal with that layer and cut out the meat and dairy and then eat that healthy food that is serving you and add the cream that is actually natural and better for your body than, in my opinion, medicinal cream. I don't push medicine out. I give my kid sometimes antibiotics for his cough, and it does work for him, although I've been working on that too. But yet, I'm not against it. And then you do another cleanse and you bring up another layer of that emotional stuff, and then another cleanse, and then your friend comes in and makes you aware of the pleasures. And this is not just food, but pleasure in life in itself. You just, sometimes when you feel the sun on your skin, it feels so good. But then if you add another, like, shed another layer of worthy unworthiness and undeserving, and you let more pleasure in, you feel the sunshine on it, it just hits you differently, and you feel the pleasure as well as just, that warming, already amazing sensation. So it's all of life. Like, if you undo the root, it changes all of life, not just the relationship with food and people, but in general with everything. All right, you guys, if you want to work with me, book that in. We find the best way for you to work with me. And until next time, I shall see you soon. I hope that helped. And just know that if you really have healed your eczema, you won't need any creams anymore, and you're living free of that. So please send me a message if you're interested, and I shall see you in the next live video. Lots of love.